You're a wizard.
Are you watching closely?
Avengers!
He's alive! With thy knife tipped and shattered. It's showtime.
Hey, welcome back to Blockbuster Brawl. No, you're not watching the wrong video. I am hosting, it is me, Raiko Kerminats, and tonight we've got a singles match in the Pick'em tournament between Robert Castner and Joe Farrelly. I hope I pronounced that right. And this is an exciting match. It was a Pick'em tournament, but they didn't get to pick each other. They were sort of the last two left over. So I'm excited for this. Let's just get right into it. Let's bring in Robert. Hey, how you doing? This is like your first Brawl match, right? No, you've done teams, haven't you?
Yeah, this is the third Brawl match overall, first singles.
All right, and you're oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you mentioned we didn't get to pick each other. Behind the scenes of the Pick'em thing, I got brought in before Alex, and I picked Alex, but then Alex reminded Coho that he was actually seated before me. And we tried to prompt Alex to pick me since I already picked him, but he avoided me. And he created this situation. This is really Alex's fault.
Yeah, it's a bit of a cowardly move, I think. I don't know. Maybe
I didn't want to say it was cowardly. I'm just saying he's the architect of this.
Well, anyway, this I'm glad it's the two of you because the two of you are fantastic players. So let's bring in your opponent. Here we go, Joe. How are you doing?
Doing good. This is good. I like playing Robert. I think we're both going to have fun. Because some of the geek stuff, the fan stuff, I tend to come out on top. But then when we play on the other side, Robert comes out on top, and I think there's enough here that I've never studied and never, taken notes on. But I think this is going to be a very level playing field, and I'm looking forward to it. Because they're the best. They are the best kind of matches.
Oh yeah, well, like I said, I'm looking forward to this. So let's get right to it. So we're going to start with round one, and round one is what we call the whiteboard round. So you're going to get 8 questions from 8 different Brawl categories. I'm going to read a question, then you're going to have 15 seconds to write down your answer on your whiteboard. Once I say pens down, I will call out your name. You will reveal your answer and say it out loud. If you get it right, you get a point. If you don't get it right, you don't get a point. So there's no stealing or anything in this round. And if you get all 8 correct, you will get a bonus question. Oh, and remember, this is Brawl. So we also have lifelines. So during the match, you will have 3 lifelines. The 50-50, which can only be used in round 2. The bar rule, so basically you get to answer a question twice. If you use it in round 1, you just have to write your answer twice. And the double your points. So at any time you can say double your points, and you will, if you get it right, it'll be double the points. Simple stuff. Just remember, you can't use it before in your final 3 and 4 pointer. You also get 3 repeats and a challenge. So further ado, let's get to it. And your first question in round 1 is in the category of brains. Here we go. How many films in the 28 Days Later franchise were directed by Danny Boyle? Okay. So just a little bit, it's Friday the 13th today, and I'm a little disappointed how little horror is on the wheel today, so I'm glad the first question is a horror question.
My marker is dead. Can I grab one right now?
You have 5 seconds because I've read it. Okay, here we go. 5. You may have to use your repeat. 4.
No, I got it. I'm good.
Oh, you're good? All right. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, Robert.
2.
Okay, and Joe?
2.
And the correct answer is 2. So both of you get a point. Excellent. Okay. And your next question is in elementary. Here we go. How is Jill related to Sydney in Scream 4? Oh, wait. 2 horror questions. Okay, so maybe this is a good Friday the 13th. Um, but I think this is it. From now on, it's going to be all non-horror, which I'm a little disappointed by. But this is a nerd league. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Joe this time.
Probably should use the bar rule on this one, but sister?
And Robert?
She's her cousin.
Yeah, I should have used the bar rule.
It is... both are incorrect. I have written her niece.
I'm gonna challenge that. I'm pretty sure that they are cousins.
Are you sure about that?
All right, we're back from that challenge, and yeah, it's not her niece; it's her cousin. It's her mother's sister's daughter. And if I know my family tree, that is a cousin. All right, so Robert does get that point. And your next question is in DC Legends. Here we go. John Henry Irons is the real name of what DC Legends character? So I don't got nothing to say about Friday the 13th and Legends, so I'm just going to count down. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Who do we go to this time? I believe it's back to Robert.
I just realized why they did the Linda Cardellini images for Camp Crystal Lake, because it's Friday the 13th. But the answer's Steel.
And Joe?
Steel.
That is correct. Both of you get that. So now it's 3-2. And we go into your next question, which is in Zero to Hero. Here we go. In Space Jam, A New Legacy, who makes the final basket, winning the game for the Toon Squad? Basketball. Oh, yeah, I should be talking. I forgot about that. Basketball. Yeah, great sport. There's a ball and there's a hoop. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Okay, Joe.
Lola Bunny.
And we'll go to Robert.
I forget if it was LeBron's kid, but I don't remember his name, so I also said Lola.
Unfortunately, it's both incorrect. It is LeBron James or James LeBron.
Okay.
I don't know.
LeBron. Okay.
LeBron James. See, I know so much about basketball. All right, so it's still 3-2. We go to your next question, which is in the spirit of adventure. Here we go. In the beginning of Lara Croft Tomb Raider, The Cradle of Life, Lara finds a temple belonging to what historical figure?
Man, you keep saying things, Reiko, and I'm getting excited, and then you say like the sequel, and then I get less excited.
In Space Jam, A New Legacy.
2, 1. Pens down. I apologize, Robert.
I said Pythagoras.
And Joe.
I said Tutankhamun.
I think, Robert, you were the closest. It's Alexander the Great.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right. So it's still 3-2. Now we go to your next category, which is Hellbound. Here we go. What is the real name of the demon known as the Nun in 2018's The Nun? So unfortunately, Robert, I think that's another sequel.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
This
All
one
right.
I've seen, although I have seen Space Jam: A New Legacy, and probably Cradle of Life at some point in my life.
3, 2, 1. All right, pens down. Let's go to Joe.
Valak.
And Robert.
Valak.
That is correct. It is 4-3. So Robert's still keeping his lead. All right, here we go. Your penultimate question is in Marvel Legacy. What is the profession of Joe Pantoliano's character Ben Urlich in Daredevil? There we go. I don't think this is a sequel, so I think we're good.
No, this never deigned to dream of a sequel.
We got a spin-off, which was interesting.
It's just a movie that's okay. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right. I think we're going to Robert
Reporter.
and Joe.
It's a journalist.
Reporter, journalist. So both are correct. So Robert's still keeping the 1 point lead. And now we go into the last question of round 1, which is in Studio Ghibli or Ghibli, however you pronounce
Robert's got the lead going into round 2.
Well, hold on. Let me read the question first. In the English, let me start again. I apologize. In the English dub of When Marnie Was There, name one of the 3 actresses who voices the titular character.
Yes.
So we'll see if Robert will still have the lead after this.
Oh, he will.
I weirdly studied this. So we'll see if it paid off because these names do run together.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right. We'll go to Joe.
Julia Roberts.
And we'll go to Robert.
Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara is correct. The other one being, hold on, let me see. Kiernan Shipka and Taylor Autumn Burtman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think you should have gotten Taylor Burtman, but next time, Joe. All right. So at the end of round 1, I have Robert at 6 and Joe at 4. So here we go. So it's still anybody's game, and now we're going to go into what we call the wheel round. So here we go. I'm going to bring up the wheel. So basically, the wheel round, we've got 8 categories in the wheel, plus spinners and opponent's choice. And the player will spin the wheel. And then they'll get the category. If they keep it, they answer the questions. If not, they get 1 more spin, and then they have to keep that. Each question is worth 2 points. Unless you go down to multiple choice, then it's worth 1 point. And remember, if you get it wrong, there is a possibility of stealing, so be careful. So what we have on the wheel today, let me just... Here we go. So on the wheel today, what we have is the strengths of pre-2012, non-Narnia, non-Oz, wands, wardrobes, and rings. Oh my! We have animation celebration. We have the other strength of Sylvester Stallone. We have Modern Masters, Monster Mash, Space Odysseys, Grab Bag Blitz, and of course opponents and spinner's choice. Okay. So, Joe, you're in the lead. Would you like to defer or spin first? I believe that is a defer.
He is in the lead.
Okay.
And
Joe,
Robert's
Robert's in the lead. I apologize. Robert.
Joe, can you remind me, is Grab Bag Blitz on here? Is it on the wheel?
I think it was.
It is on
okay.
the wheel, yeah.
It's on the wheel? Okay. Because I remember you picked it for round 3. I was trying to remember if it was on.
Yeah, it's on. It's on the.
It's on. Okay. I was just making sure. Okay. So here's the deal. Last time I played Joe in something, I had a lead out around 1. And then I was like, I'm going to do what Joe does to mess with him. And then I got like the worst category for either of us. Or I got opponent's choice, I think. And then everything fell apart. So here's the deal. I'm not going to do the thing where I try to Joe. I'm just going to do what I do and watch it fail miserably. I'm going to defer to Joe.
Okay. So, Joe, this is your first spin. Here we go.
Wait.
Robert, you know my trick is to spin first in that certain.
I hate my life. So much.
All right. So you get spinner's choice. I assume you're going to keep it. And what would you like for spinner's choice?
I'll take my strength. Pre-2012, non-Narnia, non-Oz, wands, wiz, and wardrobes, rings, oh my.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm not saying it. I'm just going to...
I'm doing a thing for Multiplex this year where I'm deliberately giving very wordy strength categories. They made the new rule where as long as you can narrow it down to a certain amount of movies, they'll take any strength. And I plan to exploit that.
Okay. So here we go. In your category of what you just said. Your first question. Here we go. In Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, What specifically does Lupin do to the Bogart after it turns into the moon?
Bursts it like a balloon. Final answer.
I think I can accept that. I have turns it into a balloon, so I am going to
And
accept.
it's, yeah, bursts.
Yeah. So, all right, that's 2 points. In your second question. In Return of the King, when Pippin looks into the Palantir, he sees Sauron and what other specific object?
Yeah, I'll use my double on this. The White Tree of Gondor.
All right, yes. So that is the specific answer. So with that, Joe will get 4 points because he did double that. Okay. All right, Joe. So your third question. In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, besides Mrs. Norris, who is the first character to be petrified by the basilisk? Five, 4, 3.
Colin Creevy.
That is correct for 2 points. Okay. Your second to last question in this category. Who plays Meriadoc Brandybuck in the Lord of the Rings films?
Dominic Monaghan.
That is correct for another 2 points.
My lost loving heart would never have let me miss that.
Okay, and now your final question in this category. What is the name of the school Fleur Delacour attends in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire?
Beauxbatons.
That is correct for the sweep. And if I have it correctly, I have
16.
16. I have it at 16 to 6. So now we will go to Robert's spin because he's got some catching up to do, but it's still the game is still within reach. Here we go. Here's the wheel, and okay, here we go. Now we're going to. Here's your first spin, Robert.
Sweet. See what this holds.
You land on Space Odysseys. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
My fear for like 2 things on here is going to force me to take Space Odysseys. So I'm going to take.
Okay. Space Odysseys it is. And since I'm the only one here, I will give you your questions in Space Odysseys.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Here's your first question in Space Odysseys. In which Space Odysseys film will you find a valuable substance called amrita?
I'm going to multiple that.
Oh, multiple choice? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it A, Star Trek Into Darkness, B, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, C, Dune Part 2, or D, Avatar The Way of Water?
Oh, D.
That is correct for a point.
It's that stuff from the whale brain.
Yeah, from the whale's brain. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, now for your second question in Space Odysseys. What is the name of the Klingon moon that was destroyed in a mining accident at the beginning of Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country?
That's it, right? Praxis?
That is correct for 2 points.
I should have done with that, but I was not. I'm weird right now, so we'll just keep going.
Okay, now we go to your third question. Who plays Lady Margot in Dune Part 2?
Ugh.
5.
I'll have to multiple that.
All right. Is it A, Leah Seydoux, B, Florence Pugh, C, Rebecca Ferguson, or D, Charlotte Rampling?
A.
Leah Seydoux is correct for a point. Okay, now your second to last question. How does Zorg die in The Fifth Element?
I'm going to multiple that too.
All right. Your multiple choice. Is it A, shot, B, stabbed, C, explosion, or D, falls to his death?
I'm going to 50-50.
Okay. You're going to use your 50-50.
Yep.
And so we're going to take 2 of those away.
Yep.
And so is it A, shot, or C, explosion?
Damn it. Damn it. Damn that. Shot.
That is unfortunately incorrect. For the 1 point steal, is it A, shot, or C, explosion?
For the honor. Explosion, fun ones.
That is correct for a 1 point steal. Happens every match.
I love that film. Unapologetically.
Okay, and your last question. Who tells Anakin to stay inside the cockpit of the Naboo starfighter during the Battle of Naboo in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace?
I will double this. Qui-Gon Jinn.
That is correct for 4 points. So at the end of round 2, I have Joe at 17 and Robert at 13.
I think I'm at 14.
Okay, hold on. Let me double check. I do have 14. I apologize. I missed a little. So I have 17 to 14. All right. And so now it's time to go into round 3, which is the poison round. So the players picked a bunch of categories that they will now go and they will now draft these categories. And they will, once drafted, they will answer these categories for either 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, or 4 point. And we will go until there's no questions left or till someone's mathematically eliminated. So now we will go and we will draft these categories and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. So the players drafted their categories and now we're going to answer. Like I said, 1 point to 4 points, and we're going to go until someone's mathematically eliminated or until we're out of questions. So Robert, you are behind. So what would you like for your 1 pointer?
I will take. I'll take Ghibli. I'll take Studio Ghibli for 1.
Okay. So I will ask you your question in Studio Ghibli.
Yeah.
Studio. All right, here we go. Here's your 1 pointer in Studio Ghibli. Who voices the main character, Anna Sasaki, and When Marnie Was There? Five, 4.
I'll use a repeat.
All right, here's your first repeat. Who voices the main character, Anna Sasaki, in When Marnie Was There? Five, 4, 3.
David Gallagher.
That is incorrect. It is Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld. Yep, that's right.
Okay, so your second question, for 2 points, what would you? You're still behind, so what would you like for your 2 pointer?
I'll take Dark Futures.
Okay, Dark Futures. Here we go. Let me find Dark Futures. Okay, Dark Futures. Okay, here we go. Your 2-pointer in Dark Futures. How many Dark Futures movies are directed by Ridley Scott? You'll get some extra time.
Help if I knew the full scope.
Five, four,
I'll
three.
use another repeat.
All right, this is your second repeat. You have one left.
Yep.
How many Dark Future movies are directed by Ridley Scott? Get extra time.
Is it just those? I'll say 4.
That is correct for 2 points. Okay, you're still behind by 1 point. So what would you like for your 3-pointer?
Oh boy, this is where we have questions. I will do Modern Masters. Stick to what's tried and true.
All right, for the lead, Modern Masters, here's your 3-pointer. What is the name of the strip club Bud works at in Kill Bill Volume 2?
That's not what I was hoping for.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Rust Bucket.
That is incorrect. It is the My Oh My Club.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the situation. Robert's got 1 question left for his 4 points. He has to hit this to send this back to Joe. If he doesn't, then Joe wins by TKO. So your final question it's MCU.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here is your 4-pointer in MCU. In Spider-Man Far From Home, what does Edith stand for?
Even dead, I'm the hero.
That is correct for 4 points. All right, so now I have the score is 19-17. So, Joe, what would you like for your 1-pointer?
We'll go 0 to hero.
Okay, for your 1-pointer in 0 to hero. In how many 0 to hero films does Burt Reynolds appear in? Get a little bit of extra time.
It would help if I knew everything that was in this category, but let's go 2.
That is correct for a point.
I'm assuming it's the both longest yards or something.
It's not, but I assume so
Yeah,
too.
that's it.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the situation. If Joe hits any of his questions, he will win. So what would you like for your 2-pointer?
Oh, this is very dangerous. Do you know what? There's only a couple of things in Grab Bag Blitz that I'm not familiar with. So we'll go Grab Bag Blitz.
Okay, so here's your 2-pointer for the potential win in Grab Bag Blitz. In Dogma, who plays Rufus, the 13th disciple?
Is it bad that I was halfway through this when we started this match? It's Chris Rock.
And your winner, Joe Farrelly. All right, I'll just take you guys out for a sec. The correct answer is Chris Rock. Okay, all right, what a match. That was it was pretty close, give and take. Joe, like some people would say, as usual, got lucky and got his strength. But to be fair, Robert did really well to keep pace. And unfortunately, just some of the questions around 3 were out of his wheelhouse. But he did manage to avoid the TKO. So I'm going to now bring in your second place finisher. Robert, like I was saying, Joe got his strength, but you still kept it close. So how do you feel after that?
Yeah, I mean, I felt good after round one, but you got to be lucky and good to beat Joe, and I wasn't lucky. I mean, he said it. He would have swept Space Odysseys. It's fair. There's things that I just I focused mostly on Modern Masters and Ghibli, which is funny because I missed both of those in round three. But the Modern Masters things you asked is not one of the movies that I looked back at, unfortunately. And I just read When Marnie Was There, and I've seen it. But it's a lot of English dub names to consider for 27 movies in the same day. So they tend to blend together. It was going to be tough. I knew as soon as I had a deficit, I knew as soon as Joe got Spinner's Choice, it was going to be tough. So I didn't know what I wanted to take. One of those things where maybe I should have just focused more on me and focused less on trying to mess with Joe, because you try to, and then it doesn't matter because he gets good wheel spins and stuff anyway. So kudos to Joe for hitting the questions he needed to. Kept close enough in round one, and yeah, I'm bummed. I wish I would have done a bit better in Space Odysseys, but I did fine all the way through, and I hit the 4, so I'm okay. I'll get to play again at some point. So
oh yeah, for sure. Joe does advance in the tournament,
yeah.
but there's still a lot of season left, and I'm sure you'll. And I'll ask the typical question: anyone that you know of that you'd love to play?
Thinking of who I've seen who've lost and who I'm likely to play. I don't want it to be John. Payson. Payson lost.
Oh,
I'm gonna play Payson. That's fine.
yeah, and the number 1 seed. So
yeah,
you never know. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be back soon, and a really good game. It's just like, yeah, when the wheels against you, the wheels against you. What are you gonna do? Anyway, I'm gonna take you on, and I'm gonna bring in our winner, Joe. You advance. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Yeah, it feels good. Look, Robert had that lead out of round one, and Robert is a good player. He's a great player. I got lucky. I spun my strength, and I picked something that I knew I wanted, that strength, and swept it. And then he's very good. That was a very good Space Odysseys round, and I thought, but it kind of needed for him to be perfect in order to do it, and unfortunately, it just wasn't there. And that Ghibli question, like, no, that question was for people who just I knew nothing about. I know next to nothing about Ghibli, but giving away things to my future opponents. But yeah, again, Robert's absolutely right. You need the luck, and eventually, my luck with the wheel is probably going to run out. But until it does, I'm going to keep riding the wave. And look, yeah, the 2-pointer, I knew it anyway, but I was halfway through Dogma before this match. So,
I'm going to say it. When it comes to this game, I don't know what you sacrifice before a match, but we should talk after, because it always. Well, this does mean that you advance. So I believe you are the 11th seed. So I don't know if you're going to get a chance to call out, but have you thought about if you do get a chance, who you're going to call out, or are you just like?
Look, yeah, I kind of happy to play anyone, because I think this league is really good at being, I think, a really good leveler. Because I don't think there's any one player who excels at every category. And
no, there isn't.
And I think that's a really interesting way to play it, because there's stuff on here that, like, I think I could probably answer in my sleep. And then there's stuff that I have nothing. I could hazard a guess, and it could be the most wrong answer anyone's ever seen, and I'd be none the wiser. So, and I like that about this league, because I think it makes it unpredictable.
Oh yeah, it definitely is, because honestly, I had no clue who was going to win tonight. It was completely up in the air. So anyway,
that's one of the things that makes Robert such a great player, because there is stuff on here that had wheels gone the other way, that this could have been an embarrassment for me, because I think Robert has some really great strengths that a lot of people don't have, which is what makes him such an intimidating player. It's why he's as good as he is across the board, across the divisions of this community.
oh yeah, he's always up there, near or playing for a title. And so are you. To be fair to you, you always seem to be near there as well. Anyway, you do advance, so congratulations. We'll see you soon. Well, that does it. That was a great match, and that does it for another match. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I want to thank all the writers, all the showrunners. I want to thank Robert and Joe and everyone that helps put this together. Anyway, see you in a bit. This was fun.